I'm going to be making a lamp today using this 3-piece mould kit from AliExpress. I've mixed up, I think it's just over 300 ml of Apex high gloss resin, and I'm just going to separate that into 2 pots. I think I need about 150 in each, a little bit more. See how that's looking? That's okay. Just going to pop that one to one side for a minute, and then in this one I'm going to add some purple, well, it's called Vineyard alcohol ink by Ranger. So I'm just going to add a few drops of that into there and give that a mix in. This is going to be the top where the light will be showing through, so I don't want this to be opaque. I want it to be nice and clear, just with a little hint of colour. So I'm just going to get that mixed in. So that's for the top. So I'm just going to give this a little squirt with some 99% alcohol in there, and then pour this one in. Hopefully I've split it up enough to, I don't know if I have actually. Right, I need to add some more clear to that. And then a bit more of the purple. And then a bit more of the clear. So I'm just going to dome that. And then just give that a little squirt on, yeah, give it a squirt with some 99% alcohol, and then I'm just going to go around this ridge here with a toothpick, and also that little one in there. Get any bubbles out that might be in there. Come on out, you come. Right, so that's the top bit done. So I'm just going to pop that to one side for a minute. Just burst that little bubbly bit there. Right. Got a little bit more of the purple left in there. So now for the base. So I don't think I've got enough mixed up here, but it'll be okay. So to this one, I'm going to add some of the Iris Purple mica powder. Put some of that into there. And then give that a good mix up. And this isn't going to be enough to do the base, so I will have to add some more resin to this as well. So get this mixed up nicely. And then I'm just going to add what I've got to the base. Pour that into there. Just get out any, scrape that pot out. Right, so I'm just going to go and mix up some more resin, and then we can top this one up. I've mixed up some more of the Apex high gloss resin, and I'm going to add the purple alcohol ink to that, and then give that a good mix in. scraping around the sides on that one. And I've not put the resin through the vacuum chamber today. I know it sounds weird, but I think I actually want some bubbles in this, and I think it will give it a bit more interest when it's lit. So I'm quite happy to have some bubbles in this make. So that's nicely mixed in there. So I'm now just going to add that to the base. Get that one topped up. Just scrape that pot out. And I'm going to leave these to cure, but before I do that, I'm going to mix up some IntoResin to do the other pot. So I'm just going to give this a quick spritz with some 99% alcohol, and I'll go and mix up some Apex EcoPore, and I'll be back to do that bit. I've mixed up some of the EcoPore, and I'm going to add to that some of the Homeware Designs pigment in Amethyst. So I'm going to do a few drops of that into there, and then get that mixed in. Just want a nice lilac-y purple colour for that. Beautiful. And then I'm going to add some of the Princely Purple into that to give it some marbling. So just a couple of drops. Come out. Come on, out you come. A couple of drops of that. And then just give that a swish round. And then I'm just going to pour that into the mould. So I think I'll do half to start with, and then give that a little bit of a squish because it's got a point at the bottom there. Give it a little tap, and then top that up. I'm hoping this stands up straight and that I've made enough. That will probably be okay actually. Just get the last little bit out of there. I don't think it will matter that it's not quite to the top. Actually, I might make just the tiny little bit more up and just add to that, just in case, because it has to slot into the top bit. So I'll do that off camera, and then I'll see you back for demold. These are all cured up now, so let's pop these out and see how they're looking. That's the base. Okay, nothing too special about that, but okay, let's do the next one. Let's do this bit here. I'm thinking that base is a little too bluey looking, but we'll see. Oh, this one's going to be tricky. Come on, out you come. Might have to do this one off camera. I'll speed it up a little bit. Yeah, I think I'll do this off camera and then come back when I've got this out. Ooh. Yeah, I think I need to get some soapy water down on this one. So I'll just get this one out and then I'll be back. That one's out, and loving that. That looks lovely. Like that. Nice bit of marbling down the bottom there. Nice. Right, so let's get the last piece out. Hopefully this will come out okay. It should do. Should be quite straightforward. Oh. Squeeze that middle bit. Oh. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's not so straightforward. Oh, come on, out you come. Blimey. Oh. That's because of all those little circle bits there. I might have to do this one off camera as well. Holy moly. Come on, out you come. Oh. No, I'll have to do this off camera as well. So I eventually managed to get this out of the mould, and I'm happy with the colour of that. I think that's turned out quite nice, and I think that goes nice with that, and that will fit into there. But now seeing this, I think this is a bit too blue. I don't think enough of the purples come out. So I think what I'm going to do is discard that and then pour this again. But I'm going to pour it in the Eco Pour to match that. So let's get my scales, turn that on, pop that on there. And I keep my Eco Pour in a tub. I just find it easier to get out than the bag. So I think I'm going to do, it's weighed with 100 grams of powder to 30 grams of water. So I think I'm going to do, let's get that out of there first, whatever that is, before I forget. Bit of resin in there. Get that out. Right, so I think for on the safe side, I think I'll do 200, so 60 grams of water. Flip it over, but that's okay. Tear the scale, and then 200 grams of the powder. So that's 78, 118, 156, 196, 208. That would do. So let's get that mixed in. So I'm going to use the same pigments as I did for the main for this bit. Let's get that mixed up. Move those to the side for a minute. Oh, is that going to be enough? Ooh, not sure if that's going to be enough actually. I think I might do another. Let's tear that, or do you think it's going to be enough? Oh, I can always add to it. Right, so I'm going to add in, these are the two colours I did before, Princely Purple and Amethyst. So let's do it a solid amethyst to start with. Mix that in. And then add a couple of drops of the Princely Purple. 2 drops of that. And then just give that a little swish around. And then pour that into the mould. Hopefully there's enough there. Nope, I do need to mix up some more. So you don't need to see me mix up another batch. So I'll top that up and then I'll be back for demold. This is cured up now, so let's pop this out and see if this is looking better. Yes, that looks better, doesn't it? So that fits in there. Oh, it's a bit wobbly. Oh no, it's okay. Right, so I'm just going to take, let's move that out of the way. I'm just going to round this off a little bit. Smooth that over. Might do a little bit at the bottom as well. Right, okay. Okay, that would be okay for that one. I'm just going to smooth off the edges on this one. So that's that one done. Right, so I think first, before I put it together, I think I'll seal these with some wax. So I'll just get my wax and we can do that. I'm going to be using the Clark's Stone and Concrete wax. So I'm just going to use a bit of kitchen towel and then wipe over this. I'm going to do the sides, the top, and I'm going to leave the bottom because I've actually only just demolded this, so you are better off leaving it till the next day to seal it. But if I leave the bottom, then it can still dry out. So that's that one done. And pop some more on here and then give this a wax. And that bit in the middle. Pop a little bit more on. And then give it a buff. Lovely. Right, let's pop this out of the way first. Move that out of the way. Right, so this bit goes in here. I'm not really sure why there's that extra ring there. I don't think it was really necessary, but let's pop that in there. Okay, that holds quite well. So that sits like that, and then that will sit in there like that. So it looks like that. And the lights bit, let's lift you up for a minute. So there's this little pad that comes with it, this little light pad. So I think you can press that for different, so it's constant on, and this has got some tape on it, and I'm assuming that just sits on the top like that, and then you can press the light on. Let's just put it on a constant. Let's lift you up a bit more for a minute, and then that's how it's looking like that. Pleased with that in the end. So I think that bit and that bit will stay in there okay. I'm just wondering whether to glue that in. It is quite firm like that actually. I might just leave it like that. I don't think it needs gluing. No. But I think I might give it a little bit extra bling. So let's put that, let's just take that down for a minute. Turn that light off. And I've got some of this double-sided, well, it's not really double-sided, it's got like this tape on the back with the sticky bit. And I want to go round the edge of this. Do I do it straight in the middle? Yeah, I think so. So I'm going to take that to the end there. Just going to centre it and then take that all the way around. Stick that down. Centre that a bit better. Stick that on there. Oh God, that's sticky. Stuck to my fingers. And then chop that off on that corner. So there. Lovely. Gives a bit of extra bling there. So that's that bit. Let's move that out of the way. And I think with this top bit, to tie in some silver, I've got a chrome marker pen. Let's see what this looks like with a line down the... Oh yeah, that makes it bling up a bit, doesn't it? So I'm just going to work my way all around this. So while I'm doing this, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you ever so much for your support. And if you're not subscribing and you'd like to do so, then feel free to hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. And don't forget to drop a like and leave me a comment if you wish to do so. That would be nice. And thank you to everyone that's bought me a coffee or a super thanks. I really do appreciate that. And any money that I do get from any of those goes straight back into the channel. Helps me buying new moulds and bits and pieces. So I do appreciate that. Thank you ever so much. Right, last one. There. That's made it a bit more blingy. Right, so that goes back into there. Pop that back in there. Oh, let's turn the light on by pushing it down. Let's turn that off for a minute. And then that goes back into the middle. Actually, I think I will glue that. So let me just get some B7000 and I'm just going to put some of that, get the lid off. Just going to put some of that into there. That'll make it a bit sturdy, won't it? Right, let's see if I can get that back in there. Oh yeah, that's a first, doing it first time. Right, and then this can go back in there. Give that a little twist. Right, so there's my little light done. See if I can lift it so you can see it. There. So, thank you ever so much for watching my video today. And stay tuned for the pictures at the end. And then you'll be able to see it in the dark. Bye for now.